Hello, good evening, everyone. Okay, um, I wanted to wait for a couple more people to join, but I'm not going to do that for the sake of those that will get to watch this video as a replay much later. So I'm just going to get right into it. Okay. Good evening, blessing. Good evening, everyone that is joining now and will get to join later. I am so excited to be here in front of you guys. Okay. I okay, let me just share my screen quickly so that we can start because I want us to be right on time. All right. Okay. Welcome to um, this 3-day online workshop, how to get a client or how to get clients as a new virtual assistant. This is a 3-day online workshop where I am going to be walking you through how to sign your first client or your second client or your next client and the subsequent ones as a virtual assistant and build a profitable business out of it. Okay, and build a profitable business out of it. So if you're a new virtual assistant, welcome. If you just completed your trainings and all of the classes and courses you're taking from different programs and coaches, and you're looking for some help to get you started, you're welcome. If you have been a virtual assistant for some months or for a year and you've gotten some clients and you have reached that place where it feels like you're stuck and you can no longer move forward, you're not getting any clients, and things are just stagnated, you are also welcome. Okay, I have been that new virtual assistant, and I have also been that virtual assistant that experienced stagnation for some months. Okay, so I am welcoming all of you, right, to this training, and I hope that you get to enjoy um, the few minutes or hours that we are going to spend here together. Okay, so quickly, let me start by introducing myself. My name is Grace Nathan by marriage name, but my my maiden name is Grace Isedeke. Grace Isedeke, because I've not officially changed my name yet. My maiden name is Grace Isedeke. So the first thing you're going to know about me, which I talk about a lot, is I am very introverted. And if not for necessity, I would rather do anything than to sit there in front of the camera and talk to anybody. Hello. Okay, and I am also coffee fueled because I drink a lot of coffee. I get to work at night since 99% of my clients are in the US, UK, Canada, and all of that. And their time zone, when we are supposed to be sleeping is when they are awake and stuff like that. So I use coffee to burn the night and work and do my clients' work and all of that. I'm also a book addict. I read a lot. I love research. I love knowledge and all of that. And okay, I have been a virtual assistant for 5 years. It should be more than that, okay, but I'm not counting the years where I was experimenting and learning and researching and doing a lot of reading and Googling stuff and all of that. Okay, so I have been virtual assisting for 5 years, offering various services. I have offered Pinterest management services. Okay, that was the first service I started with, Pinterest management services. And then I went to, it was like everybody was talking about admin, you have to be an admin VA, this one, that one. And I was like, okay, so since this seems like the trendy services that VAs seem to be offering, let me just see what it is. Okay, so, and I have a knack for organization. I love organized space. I love organized folders, organized systems. So I was like, okay, let me just get into it. So I offered admin services for just 1 month. And then I also offered social media management services for 2 months, because social media management service also seemed like the thing and all of that. And then before I went back into tech services, because those ones really they really spoke to my strengths and my passion and all of that. So I have been offering these services for 5 years and counting. And counting means I am still offering services to my clients, even though I decided to partner with my husband this year to pivot into a full digital marketing agency. All right, but we still offer our virtual assistant services while we are still building our digital marketing agency. Okay, so most of my clients include most of the top blogs you have read on Google. I am not going to mention their names because I usually sign an NDA with most of these people, so I don't disclose their blogs or the blogs I have worked with, except I have the permission to do that. Okay, but most of my clients involve blogs, some of the top foreign blogs that you've read in different niches, some of the top food bloggers and food creators on YouTube that you've watched, and some of the top coaches on the Instagram and all of that. I have either built a website for them, or I've set up automation system, or I've managed their websites, or I've written and managed their blogs, or I've done Pinterest management for them, or help them, get traffic with SEO and Google and all of that stuff. Okay. So foundationally, my background is in food science and technology. I studied food science and technology in school, and then later went into digital marketing and all of that. And I work remotely from Nigeria. Okay, I work remotely from Nigeria. I travel a lot, so I am usually not always in one location with my husband. So right now we're in Abuja, and in the next couple of weeks we are moving somewhere else and all of that. So our work allow us to be able to go anywhere we want to, or be wherever we want to be and all of that. And yes, I already mentioned I'm starting a digital marketing agency with my husband. Okay, so that is the few things I believe is key or is necessary for you to know about me for now, while we are just getting to know each other. Okay, so okay, so here is a great list for a checklist for a great experience. So for you to get the best out of this workshop, okay, I had stated in the one of our previous emails that this workshop is going to be a workshop. So I expect you to be here with your pen and your paper or your digital note-taking app, whether you're using Google Docs or Google Keep or Evernote or whatever digital note-taking app you're most comfortable using. So get ready, because I have a lot of action that you're going to take, a lot of writing that I'm going to need you to write and share with us, so that you can get live feedback right here, or you get feedback in the group. Okay, so get ready to participate in breakouts. I've divided this session into 2 sessions, I guess. And after the first session is going to be around 30 minutes or 45 minutes, and then we'll take a short break. So during that break, you're going to do all your notes, your writing, your action, and all of that. And then we now resume and continue, so that it will not be a stretch, that sort of thing like that. So and also get ready to complete the exercises, because personally I believe when you are participating and taking action is when you will be able to get the most impact from whatever training or course that you're taking. All right, so welcome and let's get started. Okay, so a very quick question for you: what virtual assistant services do you offer? What virtual assistant services do you currently offer, or do you intend to offer, or are you interested in offer? If you can drop it as a comment, and I'll just quickly go through so that I have an idea of who we have here in the room with us, or what services interest you, or what you're passionate about. So just give me just a quick answer. What virtual assistant services are you interested in? Okay, I see admin assistant. All right, that's a popular one. Okay, so keep them coming in while we move on to the next slide. Okay, so this is the agenda for today for the workshop. So today being day one, we are going to do talk about foundations, web design. Wow, I love that. Okay, customer care services, social media management. I love this. All right. So today we are going to talk about building a strong foundation as a VA, where we are going to look at who a VA is, from my own perspective, and talk about creating your packages, your services, and all of that. And then day two, which is tomorrow, we are going to get into the nitty gritty of this workshop, that is attracting clients, or how to attract clients, how to position yourself to attract clients, where to look for clients, and all of that. And then day three, we are going to talk about closing clients. That is how to build a relationship with your client to get them to keep paying you for 1 year, how to onboard your clients, what questions to ask in the discovery calls, how to prepare yourself for the discovery calls, and all of those things like that. And then we'll also get to have a Q&A session with you. So that is for day three. But day two, which is tomorrow, is the main day where we are going to trash all of the clients acquisition talk. Okay, so I decided to start with a strong foundation because a lot of you in your emails were asking me questions that made me feel like you don't even know what the whole virtual assistant thing is about, and you just saw a post about getting clients and making money and I just jumped on it. And then some people were asking questions like they don't even know what kind of services to offer, or what niche. Okay, just like I see here, they don't know what where to niche in, or what kind of services to offer, and all of that. So I decided to start with that to just help you get some foundation before we get into the main thing. All right. Okay. So one thing I would like you to note is that for every day we are going to have a class work, or will I say homework? Okay, homework or assignments, and just a few tasks for you to complete and drop in the group for feedback and for before we continue for the next day. Okay, admin assistants and health virtual assistant for. Okay, that's wonderful. All right. So for today, we are going to look at identifying your niche and all of that. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so before we get started, I would like to point this to you that, see this guy that is right here, that is excited and is winning, is getting a lot of likes, is getting a lot of attention, whatever you want him to be. Okay, as a new VA or as a VA with just a few months or year of experience, you're not going to feel like this guy right here is like, you're not going to feel like you're winning, you're not going to feel like that as a new VA. Okay, so usually I tell people, when you read people's income reports on social media, Facebook, Instagram, people that will tell you, oh, I started my VA business just yesterday and I've made over $10,000. I started my VA business 3 months ago, and right now I am fully booked out and I've made over this one and that one and that one. Take most of those posts or content with a grain of salt. Okay, because you do not know the behind the scenes of those people, what kind of network they had before they started their VA business that they just had to tap into. You don't know basically how much they spent in advertising their businesses to get those kind of clients. You don't know if what country they are in, because there are advantages. There are some countries that you work in as a VA and you have more advantage than those of us in Africa. Okay, you don't also know if they are even telling you the truth, because a lot of people lie. A lot of people make those posts to get the engagement and get people to know that, okay, this person is actually serious, it actually has some experience, and we can work with them and all of that. So you don't know what is behind all of that post. So don't go and kill yourself that this person just started their VA business some months ago and they are already making it. And so because of that, you're feeling down, you're feeling pressured, you feel like you're not measuring up, you're just wasting your time in this old VA thing and it's not working for you and all of that. Please don't do that. So don't, as much as it's okay to have some hopes that being a VA can, sort you out and take care of lots of your expenses and, become your mainstay. As a matter of fact, for the past 5 years or 6 years, I have not thought about going to look for a job anywhere. My VA business funds my life, takes care of my family, and as a matter of fact, it funds everything that I am or I do or I want to do. And I'm not even having any second thoughts. Okay, so as much as you can have hope that your VA business can fund you and all of that, you also know that you're not going to have that kind of life at the start, or at least so you give yourself 1 year to ease in. Okay. Me, I like to ease into things. So when you see all those people making noise saying they have $10,000 or 1 million naira or this one or that one, don't allow it to get to you or to make you feel pressured. So know that this is the starting point of your journey, and it's okay to feel down sometimes. It's okay to not feel like you're doing anything meaningful with yourself and all of that. Okay. All right. So I just wanted to point that out so that some of you can take some expectations and pressure off yourself. Okay. So release your expectations. All right. Because everything takes longer at first. All right. And then getting started most times is often the hardest. And you will soon discover that having certifications and taking all the courses in this world, paying the best coaches and all of that would necessarily not give you the kind of success you desire. It is the work that you put in over time that will give you that success. So, and it takes time. Okay, for some people it might happen quicker, but for some people it might be a slow walk, slow burn. So release all those expectations and decide that you're going to take it easy on yourself. All right. And I also want you to know that you're in a supportive environment. Okay. So as long as you have me in your space, or we have each other we have each other in each other's space, okay, I am going to give you the support that I did not have, because when I started my VA business, it was a solo and a lonely walk. Let me use that. It was a lonely walk because I did not know much people. I did not really know so many Nigerians who were offering VA virtual assistant services. And around me, I did not have people who were doing such things and all of that. So it just felt lonely. And I had to do a lot of figuring out stuff on my own. I had to do a lot of learning. I had to do a lot of unlearning. I even made a lot of mistakes. Okay, I made a lot of mistakes that crashed my business and I had to build it back up again and stuff like that. So decide from the word go that you're going to take it easy on yourself and that you are in a supportive environment. Okay. Then another thing I would like to point out before we get started is don't appear or do not be or do not appear to be desperate. Okay, so I see a lot of desperate moves on social media by new VAs. Once somebody just posts a job or something that might look like a job, even if the person is not looking to hire anybody, they are just asking questions. You see a lot of new VAs jumping, I'm interested, I'm interested. Oh, this one I can do it, I can do this one, I can ensure I can do everything. Even if that person is looking for something that is not in your skill set or is not in your, areas of strength or service, you just jump in and say, I can do it, I can do everything, let me do it for you, and all of that. Or the most common one I see is when somebody posts a job for, let's say, 50K or 100K, and you jump in and say you can even do it for 30K just because you desperately need a job. Please don't appear to be desperate. As much as you need the money, don't come off as desperate. Clients can sense and smell the desperation from afar and they avoid you. All right. They avoid you like a plague. They don't even want to work with you, because when you are that desperate, there's every likelihood that they might not even do the work well, or the work relationship might not be cordial as they want it to. All right. So don't appear to be desperate. Take your time and show up confidently in your business. All right. So without wasting your time further, let's get into it. Okay. So who is a virtual assistant and who is not, or what is it and what is not? Okay, so there are lots of controversies and there are lots of definitions and names that people call VAs. So most people, even most training programs and coaches when they say how to they teach virtual assistants as a skill, and what they are basically talking about is admin. All right. And then most people think virtual assistants are personal secretaries or an online version of what we call PAs and secretaries and all of that. Okay, so I would like to start by saying a VA is anyone who offers various services to businesses or coaches or entrepreneurs or even individuals from anywhere in the world. Okay, so you don't have to be in the same location. I know that you already know this, but let me just put it out there as a refresher. You don't have to be in the same location with your clients to be able to offer your services as a VA. Okay, and then I also like to say that the term virtual assistant is an umbrella term that is used to define someone who offers his or her services remotely. So even if you are, let's say, a web designer and you choose not to call yourself a VA, as long as you offer your services remotely, your clients are not in the same location as you, you're not a full-time employee, and you're staying in, let's say, Lagos, and your client is in, let's say, Kenya or Port Harcourt or US and all of that, you are a virtual assistant because you are assisting that person in building the website for their business, and you are doing it remotely. So that makes you a VA. Now, whether or not you decide to call yourself a VA, that is left for you. Okay. But the virtual assistant is just a term that describes people who work remotely and do various remote services, online services, and all of that. Okay, so a VA can offer various services, like I said, to a specific industry or group of people, or it can specialize in one services or two or three to as many industries as possible. Okay, let me cite an example. When I started my VA business, I was offering Pinterest management services, one specialized skill, to businesses in different industries: food, travel, fitness, weight loss, e-commerce, real estate, and all of that. I was skincare. I was helping them get traffic and get leads and sales to their businesses from Pinterest. Okay. Now, I had another VA friend that was in the Philippines that was offering that was a general VA. She was offering admin services, she was offering social media management, she was offering blog content creation and all of that to just one industry, the health industry, coaches or businesses in the health sector. Okay, so a VA can offer various services. That is where you have the general VAs can offer various services to just one group of people or one industry or one niche, or a VA can offer one type of services, or maybe let's say two, because okay, let's think of, if you want to offer web design services and SEO almost go hand in hand, because if you build a website for your clients and 3 months later the client comes back to you, the website you built for me, I have not seen any buyer, I have not seen any clicks, I have not seen anything and all of that, you will feel bad. Okay, I used to feel that way. I'm a tech person. I used to build websites for my clients. I did not know anything about SEO until my clients started complaining, the website you built, we have not gotten any result and all of that. I had to go and research what was wrong, and I had to go and learn SEO and content creation, that is blog writing. And I added this service together with my web design business because they go hand in hand. So I built the website, and I tell you, part of the contract, I am going to manage it for you for 3 months or 6 months. And within that 6 months, I am pushing content back to back and optimizing it to appear on Google. So once the website starts to appear on Google and Pinterest, and the client starts to get traffic or sales or leads to their business, and they come back with a testimony, oh, thank you so much, we have grown, our this one, we have done this, oh, we landed 2 sales last month, thank you so much for your effort, they're really working. Now they can either decide to continue paying you to continue the work you're doing for them, or they move away. All right, so there are some VA services that you can put together to be able to give you to be able to allow you achieve results for your clients. Okay, because if you're offering your services and you're not able to solve your client's problems or achieve results for your clients, they will not come back to you, and they will discourage other people from coming back to you, from coming to you, and you won't have any more clients. So as a VA, you can decide to specialize in one or two related services and offer it to as many industries as possible. Okay. All right. So that is one. That's one part. And then a VA is also a business owner or a contractor. That means you're not an employee. Okay, I remember getting a client some months or years back, and this client expected me to show up in their daily meetings, their daily meetings and checkups, to join their chat room where they have to have conversations every day back to back and all of that. They have meetings every day of the week, and I have to give reports every day. I have to do this one, and that thing is exhausting. Okay, and I ventured into this business because it fits my personality. I'm an introvert. I don't like too much of that. That reporting every day, that conversating every day over. No, 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 no. I just needed that free space in my head. Okay, so I had to tell this person, look, I am not your employee. You're paying me based on contract. Okay, you're not paying me allowance, you're not paying me all of those benefits and all of that. So I don't get to sit in your meetings every day. If you say, okay, we can do monthly reports or monthly calls to give updates and all of that, that is fine. So as a VA, I want you to have this mindset that you're not an employee, except you choose to work in a company. Because I know that most of you are actively looking for jobs on LinkedIn. You want to work in companies that you don't have to go out and look for clients on your own because you don't have the energy for all of that work. That is okay. Okay, so if that is a path you want to choose as a VA, to go and look for a job in a company where you're not the one looking for the clients, you're not the one bringing in the clients or marketing the business, your own is just to sit down and do the work and get paid. It is good. You can follow that path, all right? But if you say you want to be a VA business owner, you are a contractor. That means you're not eligible for monthly salaries except the agreed fee that you agree with your clients, and you're not eligible for allowances or benefits or data subscription or travel, all of those things like that, or leave. You're not eligible for all of that. So your client is not obligated to pay you all of these things. Your client's only obligated to pay you for the work that you have done. Okay, the first time I tried to bring on a Nigerian VA, that was 2 years ago, to join me so that I can, subcontract some of the work I'm doing for that person to make it easy for me. This person brought the Nigerian thinking where, this that civil service thing that people have to, whether or not you show up for work as a civil servant, whether or not you actually do your work or you stay the whole time and all of that, at the end of the month you still get paid. So this person brought that mentality. I will give the person tax and all of that, and they don't finish it, or they don't do it well, or they don't even deliver on time and all of that. And when it was the end of the month, the person expected me to pay for. I was like, pay for what? You did not do the work, and the ones that you did were not satisfactory. My clients don't pay me for just being their VA. My clients pay me for the work I do for them. So if I don't do the work for them that satisfies them, I don't get paid. Okay, so I don't get to pay you, my own VA that I'm subcontracted to, just because you have an employment. This is not an employment, it's a contract. So you should know that you are a contractor and you only get paid for the work that you do. That means if you don't do the work, you don't get paid. Now, if you have clients who pay you upfront, that means you must do the work for which you were paid for. Because if you don't do the work for which you were paid for, that client is going to ask for a refund of their money. Now, if you have used the money, you will now have to think of where to go and get the money from to refund the client. Or they are also going to ask, they could also give negative feedbacks or review about your business, and you lose clients and you lose your business and all of that. And you don't want any of that. So enter with the mindset that if you're going the path of a VA business owner, you are a subcontractor. And so you should get serious about doing your work and delivering your work to get paid by your clients. No salaries, no benefits whatsoever. But if you want to follow the path of the employee, all right, you go ahead and keep applying for your jobs and get the job and stay there and deliver your work. All right. Whatever path you choose is okay. Okay, but I just wanted to establish the fact that a VA, the term VA is just an umbrella term that describes anyone who offers their services remotely. Okay, so who a VA is not. A VA is not someone who does random jobs online for cheap, cheap rates. You know, all these online random jobs, they say survey, this one, that one, and all of that. All those random jobs like that. Doing those kind of things don't make you a VA. You're just what would I say, remote worker, just somebody who is just looking for jobs online. Okay, so, and then a VA is not an employee. I've stated that. A VA is not a jack of all trades. Okay, there's a Facebook group I belong to where a lot of VAs are and a lot of business owners are, and you pay to post for job in that group as a VA and all of that. And somebody just posted a job today and said they are all rounders, they do everything, and so they are looking for clients and all of that, and nobody responded. Okay, and then a few minutes later, somebody came on and say they are social media manager for social media. They offer social media management services for these people, and they have two availability in their calendar to bring on two more clients and all of that. And a lot of people came in and commented, "Oh, can I see samples of your work? Can I see your portfolio?" Meanwhile, the one that came and said, "I can do everything, anything you need me to do, I can do for you," people did not respond to that post. Okay, so you should know that a VA is not a jack of all trades. So even if you choose to offer general virtual assistant services, you should have people that you're offering those services to, and not saying I can do everything and I can do it for everybody. Okay. And a VA is not only someone who does, is not someone who only does admin type jobs. This one is the misconception that pains me the most, because once most people think about virtual assistant, they just think about admin, customer support, this one, email management, calendar management, travel, appointment booking, and all of that. You know, VAs don't only offer admin services. There are several types of VA services that are there. So you need to do your research to find the type that you might be interested in and learn the skills in that area. Okay. So, and then getting a client as a VA or working as a VA is not limited to only platforms like Upwork. Okay, because I've seen a lot of people online say Upwork VAs, Upwork or Fiverr and all of that. There are so many ways that you can attract clients as a VA by marketing yourself without ever joining Upwork. As a matter of fact, in my 5 years of offering VA services, I don't have an Upwork account. The only time I had to create an Upwork account or Fiverr account was when one of my clients said, "Oh, she has some Upwork credits that she needed to use up so that she can leave the platform," because she was not understanding what those guys were doing anymore. So I had to sign up on Upwork because of her, and she used the credit to hire me and pay me. And then two of us just left the platforms like that. Okay, so I have never been on Upwork to send proposals or look for jobs and all of that. But I am very profitable by my own standards. Okay, by my own standards, I am very profitable comfortably. All right, so you don't have to rely on Upwork only to get clients, and that is one of the things I'm going to be teaching in this workshop. Okay, so briefly, let's look at types of VAs and some services that they offer. Number one, we have admin VAs. This is the popular one. A lot of people think this is the only thing that it means to be a VA. So once you say I'm a VA, they say, "Oh, admin." All right. So admin is just one type of virtual assistant business or virtual assistant services and all of that. And you can see the services that they offer: email management, calendar management. I mean, you guys know yourself, digital file organization and all of that. And then we also have marketing and sales VAs. The marketing and sales VAs are the guys that offer social media management services, email marketing, lead generations, I know any kind of task that helps to bring in sales to a business or a company or a business owner. Any kind of task that you do to help to bring in sales or to help to bring in leads that will be converted into sales. Those are the tasks that marketing and sales VAs perform. So we have people who do marketing research, who do outreach, public relations, affiliate marketing, sales funnel marketing, and all of that. And then we have the creative VAs. Okay, the creative VAs offer graphic designs, video editing, content creation, all of those things that require the use of your creativity and all of that. And then we have the tech VAs. Okay, so under tech VAs, that's where we have web maintenance, WordPress management, e-commerce, store management, product launch, all of those things. So if you want to, okay, at the end of this class, I am going to share these services in the WhatsApp or Telegram group, okay, for some of you to go through so that you can pick the services that you want to offer, all right? But I advise you to go and do research on these different types of VA services and choose the one that is the most related to your passion or your existing skill set, or the one that you're going to be willing to give yourself time to learn and master before you start offering as a service. All right, so these are the four types of VAs that we have: the tech VAs, the creative VAs, the marketing and sales VAs, and the admin VAs. Okay, now there is also the executive VAs that work mostly for CEOs and all of that, but those people also offer admin services, so I put them under the admin VAs. All right, so those are the type of VAs that we have. And then we come to finding your niche as a VA, finding your niche. All right, I am not going to define what a niche is and all of that. I expect that you already know that, or you can use Google to get that information. Okay, and I don't like to spoon feed people. I don't like to spoon feed people, so I am going to be referring you to do a lot of research on your own. Okay, so why is it important for you to find your niche? Uh, why is it important for you to find your niche? Many VAs get, clients because they struggle to get clients because they are trying to serve everyone. And most business owners or clients I've encountered prefer people who are good in a particular area, or at least in two major areas, than for you to say you're good at everything. All right, they just run from you and they look for people who are good in a particular area or have experience or knowledge or background in a particular industry. Okay, so having a niche helps you to stand out. Okay, so imagine everybody coming up in a comment section and saying, I'm an admin VA, admin VA, admin VA, admin VA, admin VA. All of you are offering the same types of services, and all of you are either targeting the same type of audience or don't even know what kind of audience to target. And so you are all in that crowd competing against yourself and finding it difficult to get seen because everybody is talking the same language. Okay, so having a niche allows you to speak your own language and the language that your clients will easily understand because it solves their problem. Okay, then it allows you to attract clients who need your specific skills and are willing to pay for those skills. Then it also allows you to charge higher rates because you're seen as the expert. Okay, most people view generalists very low. Okay, they view generalists very low and they view them by the hour. All right, so let's say somebody wants to hire you as a general or admin VA and they get to pay you. Let's say, I'm just saying here, 50 naira per hour. All right, how many hours are you going to be able to work in a day or in a week to make reasonable income that will support you and support the business you're doing and buy fuel and buy data and all of that? So, but niching down allows you to choose a service and you price your service, by package and deliverable so that you get to charge higher for your services. All right. So, and then common mistakes that new VAs make, when you're offering too many services to too many people, when you're not identifying the service that you enjoy or excel at, and you're just doing things because everybody is doing it. For example, in the beginning, I said when I started my VA business and I was offering Pinterest services, which I enjoyed doing so much, almost everybody were talking about admin, and it felt like that was like if you're not an admin VA, you're not even a VA at all. And I decided to go and offer admin services. Okay. So as much as I love organization, I did not enjoy doing those services. I did not just enjoy sitting down in the computer and I'm trying to organize some forms or I'm trying to organize some emails. I did not enjoy that. They felt really stressful and exhausting and draining for me. So I had to leave it for something that I enjoy doing. So when you don't identify the services that you enjoy and excel at, not just because it is popular or not just because everybody's doing it, you're going to struggle hard as a VA. All right. And then you're also targeting clients who don't match your skills. For example, I remember, in my several years of experience, I remember somebody who is into, who runs a club in the US. Yes, she runs a club in the US, and they runs a strip club that does all this pole dancing and all of that. They approached me to build a website for them, manage their website, and also manage their Pinterest and all of that. And I wanted to take that job, but I realized that I knew nothing because I don't club. I have never been to a club. Okay. So I don't know anything about that or even marketing a club for people to want to go to the club. I don't know anything about pool dancing and all of that. But the fee that these were ready to pay was what attracted me and wanted me to go and take that job. But I decided not to take it because I didn't want to have to struggle at that job. So when you take jobs just because you're either desperate or you want to make the money or you want to beat the competitor and all of that, and you take jobs in areas that don't match your skills or experience or expertise or passion, you're going to struggle at doing a good job, which will affect your business. Okay, so don't make that mistake. And then people who also offer only popular services. Because they say web design is popular, you want to go and become a web designer, even though you're not passionate about text, you don't love, you're not a creative person, all of that. Okay, they say admin is popular, so you want to go and become an admin VA, or they say this one is popular, you want to go and become this one and all of that one. Don't make that mistake. Okay, don't make that mistake. All right. So let's start our action. All right. So assess for this particular step, you are going to assess your strengths and your skills. All right. So let's say you're already into admin and all of that, and that was basically because of the trainings that you had to go through and you did not have another kind of training. Now you also have the option of switching your services anytime you like and learn more skills or upskill and get to offer a better services that matches better services, not because admin is not good, but better in the sense that it matches your skill and your passion more and allows you to earn or work, like enjoy the work you do. All right. So, and that starts from assessing your skills and your strengths. So the number one exercise we're going to do right now is to take a piece of paper. All right, I have mine. I have my pen. So it's to take a piece of paper and pen. It's to take a piece of paper and pen and write down your top 5 skills. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do for me right now, I am going to review at least one person's or two persons as the time permits. So I'm going to review at least one person's or two person's sheets before we move forward. So take a piece of paper and write down the skills that you currently have and how proficient you are at them. Okay, so if you cannot grade yourself at least a 5 in that skill, please don't write it down in this particular paper. Push it somewhere else to something that you need to learn to improve on. So the skills that you currently have, whether it is a natural talent or anything, the skills that you currently have, whether it is social media management, you can manage social media, you're very good with social media, you're very good with creating content on social media, hashtags and engagement and all of that. Whether it is graphics design, you're very good with design, you love colors, you love shapes, or you are a very organized person and so you can do well with admin tasks and you love to make life easy for others. Okay, or whether you are a Pinterest person or whatever skills or proficiency that you currently have, whether it is writing. Okay, so just list them, the top 5 that you have. Okay, just list the top 5 skills that you have. And then the next question is, what are you good at? Okay, what do you already know how to do well? What do you already know how to do well? Is it a natural talent? Is it from your past work experience? Is it from your educational experience? What are you good at and what do you already know how to do well? Okay, for example, my answer to that question 5 years ago when I started my VA business was that I was already a baker. Okay, so I had some knowledge. I had some knowledge and experience in food. Okay, food, baking, and all of that, recipe creation and all of that. And then I also loved writing. Writing was one of my skills. I loved writing. And then I also loved to play with colors and shape. So design was one of my skills and all of that. So I had those skills, and I was naturally good at anything that had to do with food and colors. And my past experience had been around food and baking and all of that. And then, so now the next question is, what tools are you experienced with? Okay. It can either be Canva, it can either be Trello, it can either be Asana, it can either be Google Workspace, it can either be WordPress or other tools, Kajabi, email marketing tools, and all of that. What tools do you currently have experience with, or are you interested in learning? Okay, so think of skills that excites you. Okay, think of skills that excite you, because your niche should align with your strengths and your interests. Okay, for example, from my own skills that I had when I started my VA business, I loved writing, I loved colors and design, and I had experience with food and baking and all of that. It was easy for me to start by offering writing services to food bloggers or to food business owners. Or it was also easy for me to start a graphic design business or offer Pinterest management, because Pinterest does a lot of graphics. Okay, so it was easy for me to take my graphic skill and my design skill and offer pin design services to food business owners, or offer website design services, because I was conversant with WordPress. I knew WordPress very well. So it was easy for me to offer WordPress website design services to food business owners, because that was what I had experience in. And that was what gave me excitement. Like whenever I think about food or baking, or the smell of any freshly baked good coming out from the oven, I am gone. All right. I am gone. So I just had to streamline my services to food business owners, food brands, and food bloggers. Okay, so your niche has to be around something that interests you, or something that you're passionate about. Okay, so when you're done with the list, you let me know. We are going to make another list soon. Okay, so when you're done with the list, from looking at that list, you should already have an idea of what services you can offer. Okay, so for example, if you have research skills and time and management and communication skills, problem solving skills, like what we have here, like what we have from Jade, like you can do research, you communicate well, you know how to solve problem and all of that. You could be an executive VA, you could help CEOs and coaches and business owners to solve problems, or communicate with their clients and streamline their services. You can help them manage their time, manage their calendar. You can help them research their projects, or you can even go into content creation and help business owners or bloggers research content for their blogs, or come up with content ideas for their blogs and all of that. Okay, so if and you okay, you're also conversant with Google Workspace, that is a tool. Do you know that you can offer your VA services with just a tool that you know? Okay, for example, there was this VA I trained last 2 years, and all she knew was Google Drive and Google Keep and all of that. So I advised her, and she ventured into digital file organization, because she was very good at organizing files on Google, organizing files on Dropbox, and giving them colors, and they were also beautiful and all of that. So she went into digital file organization, and she helped business owners, she helped coaches, businesses that had scattered workspace all over the place, put them in order and organize them. Okay. And right now she's getting paid a lot. Like she's getting paid, and most of our clients are foreign. All right. She's getting paid a lot to just help them stay organized. And that is just one aspect of our skills, being able to organize files on Google Drive, Dropbox, and that is just one aspect of our skills. And she offers this as a service to as many CEOs as possible, and she gets paid. Just one thing, it's just one thing she does. So even if it's just one tool you know how to use, and you know how to use that tool very well, it can become the service that you offer as a VA. So you don't need to go and carry all the services in this world and put in one place and say you are an admin VA. Okay, like what I see very often on the internet. You are a main VA, you offer email management, Google Workspace, you offer calendar management, you offer inbox management, you offer travel, appointment setting, Airbnb, travel, research, this one, that one, calendar, everything, like up to 10, 11 different services all at once. That is overwhelming. Seriously. So you can get so good in one area and pick it and make, like, you to blow your mind how much you can make from it and how many clients are willing to pay you just for that one thing that you know. Okay. So even if you don't have all of the skills and you have just one, write it down and write the passion or the experience that you have that may not even be tech or digital related. Okay. Now, on the same paper or the same document, answer the following questions. What type of people or businesses do you want to work with? Okay. Do you want to work with bloggers? Do you want to work with coaches? Do you want to work with small business owners? That is bakers or people who have small businesses. Do you want to work with real estate agents? Do you want to work with e-commerce stores? Do you want to work with health? People in the healthcare industry, finance industry. What type of people do you want to work with? What type of businesses do you want to work with? Do you want to work with people in the food industry? You know, and this can be informed by what you already have experience in, maybe what you studied in school or what you have had experience in the course of hustling and trying to make a living. Okay, so if you're interested in finance or insurance, you can offer your services to people in the finance industry or in the insurance industry. You can offer your services to bloggers. Okay, you can offer your services to coaches. For example, this person with the research and multitasking, time management, communication skill can offer these services to coaches because most coaches are busy. And if you can help them get organized and manage their time properly and all of that, you are good to go. You are a lifesaver, actually. So now, what industries interest you? Is it food? Is it finance? Is it beauty? Is it fitness? Is it marketing? Is it education? And what problems do they have that your services can solve? Okay, what problems do they have that your services can solve? For example, you can say, okay, let's say you want to work with bloggers. Now, what problems do bloggers have? Sometimes not having enough time to write, and so they cannot publish content consistently on their blog. Sometimes they don't have beautiful designs, graphics that helps to promote their businesses on Pinterest or social media. Sometimes their website user experience is horrible with so much ads and terrible designs, and so people just jump in on their blog and then jump out immediately because they cannot stay. Other times, it could be inability to stay up to date with their calendar and all of that. So once you identify these problems that they have, I'm talking about bloggers right now, what do you do? What skills or services do you have that can solve at least one or two of these problems? Okay, so for somebody who knows how to write, who is a writer, you can choose to offer blog writing services or content creation services to bloggers. And what problem does it solve? Consistent writing. So you are able to help them create content consistently on their blog so that they can have the time to do other things and promote their blogs and make money from their blogs. Okay, if you identify with their design, with their terrible design and all of that, and you have design skills, you can offer graphic design services to bloggers. Okay, you can offer graphic design services to bloggers. For example, after this class, I am going to share with you a screenshot of a client that gave me a very big feedback to 2021 that landed me 10 clients. This client is in the US. She's a blogger. She has like 5 different blogs. And what did I do for her? I did not even create content for her because she already had writers. What I did for her was I went over her Pinterest or her blog and I saw that she had terrible graphics. So I went and I designed beautiful graphics. I designed beautiful Pinterest pins for her content and I showed it to her. And what did she do? She paid me for those designs and paid me for subsequent ones. And she was so happy because it helped her to start promoting her content actively on Pinterest. She was now proud to show off her designs, show off her blog, and the results she was getting made her to go and recommend me publicly on Facebook to have followers of over 20,000 people. And within 1 week, I landed 10 clients just from that recommendation. Okay, so you can pick out the skills that you have that will help to solve the problem for the people you want to work with. Okay, let's say you want to work with coaches and you have web design skills. Okay, now there are lots of coaches on Instagram, there are lots of coaches on Facebook that do not have websites and do not have any content or email list outside of the content they post on Instagram. Now, what is the problem in that place? Instagram can ban their account any day. Now, if Instagram bans their account, what happens to their business? They are out. What happens to their audience? They can no longer have their audience or their followers, and they will have to go and start building from the scratch. Now, how do you solve that problem as a web designer? You offer them web design services so that they have a home for their business on a platform that they own, so that they don't have to rely solely on another person's platform where they could get deactivated or get banned in any moment and they lose their services. So now, if you approach a coach with this problem, that like you understand their problem and you offer them a design, like you show them what their website could look like and what their coaching business could benefit from if they had a website, and you reach out to people and telling you can have 1 or 2 clients pay you, because there are so many coaches on Instagram who are looking for people to build website for them, people that know how to do the work, build website for them. There are also so many coaches on Instagram who cannot create content consistently, and they need people that know how to write human written content, not AI. Some of you have decided to tie your brains and become so lazy because you're now relying 100% on AI to create all manners of content. For example, I wanted to hire somebody, and the person went from the application that they wrote, the interview questions that they answered, everything was from ChatGPT. And then the sample content they sent me, which I wanted to look at to see if they can work with me and hire them, they were all ChatGPT. I don't have a problem with you using a tool that helps you work effectively. Most people don't have a problem with you using a tool that helps work effectively, but they have a problem with you relying on that tool 100% so that there is no form of humanity in the content you're creating for them. So a lot of coaches are looking for content writers that can write good, relatable content with or without AI. Now, if you are a writer and you know how to write very well, and you also know how to use AI to amp up your writing, you can offer your writing services to coaches to write their blogs for them, write their content. There are so many people, so many business owners with so many problems that you can solve, that are not just tied to admin. I am attacking you guys that are offering, because I'm seeing a lot of you are just admin, 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 admin. How many? So there are so many other skills that you can tap into and use it to solve problems for business owners. So decide today who you want to work with, okay, and what problems they have, and what skills or services you can offer to solve that problem. Now, that is your niche. Okay, that is your niche. It's as simple as that. So my advice is focus on industries or clients that you're passionate about. Okay, for example, here somebody says she has experience in the food industry and human resources. That is perfect. That is beautiful. When I started with food industry because I was a food scientist. I had worked with, I had tried starting my own food company and even became a baker. So I had a lot of experience with food. So it was easy for me to go and offer my services to people in the food brand because I could speak their language. I understood the problem. I understood their terminologies. I could speak their language and speak to their audience. And it was easy for me to get hired. All right. So target people in industries or clients industries that you have experience in or you are passionate about, while you give yourself time to learn other industries. So instead of saying you want to offer services to food, health, this one, that one, and you don't have experiences or passion in those things, and your passion is only in food and not in health, but because they say health is popular and health pays, you want to go and offer in health, in fitness, in that one, you are going to struggle. Okay, you are going to struggle. So you can focus and start with the food industry while you learn about the other industries to add. Okay, like I said, VA business is very flexible, so it allows you to add anything you want to add or remove anything you want to remove whenever you want. Okay, so focus on industries and clients that you are passionate about. Now, if you're a teacher and you're passionate about education, you can work with teachers. Oh my God, there are so many teachers online that I have worked with that have blogs. They have teacher blogs. They create teacher resources that they sell to their students or to parents and all of that. And these guys, I had one that paid me for 1 whole year. That was in 2021. She's a teacher, she has a blog. And towards the time that school was resuming in September, she told me that school is going to resume and she had to go back to school to continue with her students and all of that. And she needed somebody to manage her blog full time for her and her Pinterest, like just take care of everything for her. So she paid me for 1 year straight. 1 year straight to manage her blog. So I was creating educational content for her. She provided the resources, I was creating the content and promoting it all around. And education is a big niche. Okay, so if you have passion in education and you can create content or you can design, there are so many teachers, not Nigerian teachers, not Nigeria. A lot of Nigerian teachers don't write blogs to help their students. I'm sorry to say that they don't write blogs to help their students, but the foreign teachers and educators, they do that. They write a lot of blogs. My husband and I, we are currently working with 2 teachers right now abroad. Okay, so they have a lot of blogs abroad that they're using to educate their students or the parents and or even offer encouragement for other teachers and others. So education is a big niche. So you can, target educators or teachers in your business if you're passionate about education or you have some experience with education. Okay. So what's this one? Industries, education, what problems do they have? They're providing. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so that's that. So by the time you go through this question, this step 2, you will already have your niche. Okay, so for if you have multiple interests and multiple niches, I will advise you pick the one that you're very good in and start with it. Ignore the rest. Okay, ignore the rest and pick the one you're very good in and start with it. Once you sign your first client or your second client, and you start working within 1 month or 2 months, you can add the rest. Okay, you can add the rest. So instead of trying to cast so many nets and into the seas and all of that and leaving yourself confused and not knowing how to narrow your message to a particular person, you can pick one and start with it. Okay, you can pick one and start with it because there is something that having a client pay you does for you. It validates your business. It makes you know that, man, this thing is real and so I can keep doing it. So once you start with one, pick one you're very good at with a problem that you can solve and start with it and have a client sign you, it becomes easy and it grows your confidence so that you want to, keep doing. And before you know it, you're adding other industries, adding other niches of interest, and you have a full-blown VA business. All right. So start with one. Okay. What about companies who seek VAs but state requirements are cut across three to four types of VA services? Companies who seek VAs and see, okay, I'm going to pin this question and come back to it later today, or answer it in the group, okay? Because this is a huge one, all right? This is a huge one. So I'm going to come back to this later, please. Industry of interest is technology and beauty. Okay, that's beautiful, all right? So let's move forward to step 3. So now match your skills with clients' need, okay? Match your skills with clients. What of someone who does not have an industry they are passionate about or without experience? No, you there's something you're passionate about. Fashion, you love styling, you love makeup, beauty, you love glasses, you love wristwatch, you love going out, you love traveling, you love social media, so you're always on social media back to back, and all of that. You love writing, so you have little notes and scribbles everywhere and all of. There has to be something, at least even if it's one thing that you like so much or you like to do so much. Okay, we can start from there. All right. So I'm going to come back to this later so that we can help you navigate this. All right. So the next thing is match your skills with clients' needs. With clients' needs. Now, so the next what you're going to do is you're going to ask yourself, what services can I offer based on my skills or experience or interest that solves my ideal client's problems? Okay, now how can I help them achieve their goals? Are they looking to grow their social media? Are they looking to organize their workflow? Are they looking to manage their email campaigns and all of that? Okay, so what can you do? So you know what the people in the industry you want to work for, they need. Now match your services with that need. I already talked about that. So for example, if you're great at social media, you enjoy spending time with social media, and you don't mind working for small business, and that is bakers, people that own nail studios, plumbers. You don't mind working for small business owners because you love the fact that they're able to do these things for community building and all of that. So you can offer your social media management for small business owners, or you can offer content writing services for food bloggers. I already talked about that. Okay, now, if you don't have a passion, okay, there is this thing I believe in. Let me just answer this question right now. If you don't have a passion, you don't have anything you're passionate about or you're interested in, okay, but you want to make money, start, pick something and start with it. Okay, why do I say that? Because passion sometimes follows money. While people say money follows passion and all that, it's good to pursue your passion, but there are sometimes you get to pursue your passion and hobby and it does not make you any money. So sometimes passion follows money. So when you pick something and you do that thing and you get so good at that thing that people start paying you for it, you become passionate about that thing. Why? Because you're putting money in your account, so you become passionate about it. So I would say if you already have some skills or some knowledge, maybe you already know how to write, you already like design and all of that, for example, or you already love organization, and you don't have any specific industry that you're passionate about, just pick one. Okay, just pick one. You can pick food, you can pick health, you can pick fitness, you can pick finance, anyone, whether it is in the ones that are popular or the ones that are less popular, you can just pick one and start with it. Okay, once it makes you money, you become passionate about it automatically. Or if you don't become passionate about it, you will hate it, and when you hate it, you will now know what you like doing, because sometimes it is in doing something that we know whether we love that thing or not. Okay, so just pick one and go with it. Soon enough, you're going to realize that I don't like this thing. Oh, let me just move to something else. Then once you like, you become clearer to you. All right. So match your skills with your services, with your client's needs, and you have a niche or a service that you're going to offer. Okay, now let me give you a few tips. Check out what other VAs are offering. Maybe VAs who, maybe if you're interested in social media management or graphic design or web design, check out what other VAs are offering and see what is missing. Search blogs, search Instagram, search LinkedIn, and look for gaps in the services. Maybe somebody offers web design services, does not offer content creation services for their clients. Now that's a niche for you. You offer both web design and content. Maybe somebody offer content creation services, does not know jack about SEO. Now that is a niche for you. So you can go and learn SEO and come and offer SEO content creation services so that you help clients create content that ranks their business on Google. Okay, and anybody who wants to pay you with the SEO knowledge over somebody who just writes the content for them and doesn't know how to optimize it over Google. So check out what other VAs are offering and look for the gaps in what they are doing and see how you can fill the need in that gap, and that becomes your services or your niche. Okay, like I said before, you can review your past experiences or jobs. They will give you a pointer into the kind of people you want to work with and all of that. You can look to industries that are currently in demand for virtual assistants. Okay, for example, the digital marketing industry, real estate, healthcare, finance, food are currently, even coaches are always actively looking for VAs. So even if you don't have a passion, you don't have any interest, now because these industries are in demand and are always actively looking for VAs, even tech startups and SaaS companies and all of that, they are always actively looking for VAs. You can decide to specialize in any of these industries and serve them with your knowledge or skills. So even if you don't have an experience with real estate, you can give yourself 1 or 2 months to get educated or familiarized with real estate business and jargons and terminologies, and you offer your services to them. Okay, so look into industries that are in demand and see how you can offer your services to one or two of them. Then, like I advised before, start with one niche. Okay, start with one niche and grow from there. Once you're able to validate your business with one client or two clients, it will give you the confidence that you need to add more skills and add more services to your, your business. Okay, so test and refine and experiment with different niches and gather feedback from clients until you find something that resonates with you. Okay, now the last exercise for this session is to write your I help statement. All right. Personally, I hate that I help statement, but it is always a good place to start to introduce yourself. So you're going to write I help specific types of clients. You write your clients with your specific services, you write the services so that they can, you write the outcome or the benefit that they get from working with you. All right. For example, I help online coaches manage their social media. That is your service. Manage their social media so that they can grow, so that they can focus on growing other aspects of their business. Okay. That's just very generic. All right. Another one can be I help bloggers with admin and content creation so they can focus their time on writing. Okay, that is for somebody who wants to work with bloggers and you want to offer them content creation and admin services. All right, so you can say I help real estate business owners promote their properties and get found on Google through SEO content so they can sell more properties and make more money. So come up with your I help statement. Now, this I help statement is your pitch. Okay, this is your pitch. So when somebody tells you what do you do, instead of saying I'm an admin VA, just throw it out there carelessly without any effort. You can tell them, oh, I help real estate business owners, stay organized and this one and that one so that they can track their clients and track their needs and make more money without losing or leaving any money on the table. Or I help real estate business owners promote their properties on Google through SEO content so that they can sell more properties and make more money. Because when your clients make money and they're satisfied, you will make money and you're satisfied. Okay, so write your I help statement or your pitch and share it in the comments. I would like to read it. Okay, I would like to read it and offer you feedback so that you can adjust it as needed before we move on. Okay, so final takeaway for this session, we've talked about how niching down is a game changer for attracting clients who need your specific skills. And I already said you don't need to get it right from the first day. So you can start out with what you have and evolve as you gain more experience and clients. And then remember that clarity in your niche leads to confidence, because when you have clarity, for example, you start with one and all of that, and you sign a client, that client quickly helps you validate your business and it builds your confidence to be able to promote more services to others. Okay, so let me see your niches and what you come up with. All right, I'm waiting for ya. Please don't sleep on me. Okay, let me see your niches. Anybody, anyone, come up with your I help statement. You can either drop it here in the group, or you can either drop it here in the comments, or you drop it in the WhatsApp group and we will interact from there. You help students struggling with speaking French to speak French fluently. Okay. Okay, do you help them as a teacher, or do you help them? Are they using it to find scholarships? Are they using it to get admission? Are they using it to travel? What benefits does it do for them apart from being able to speak the French fluently? What benefits does it have? What does it do for them? Okay, I need you to find a way to put that inside that statement. Okay, so maybe if people are looking to learn French so that they can travel or so that they can get flight attendant job or whatever, you can say you help your students who are struggling to speak or understand French to speak it fluently so that they can, The benefit must always be there, because it is the benefit that attracts people to want to work with you, because they will feel like, okay, this person gets me, this person gets the problem, and this person can help me find a solution to it if I choose to work with them. All right. I help entrepreneurs and business owners streamline their operations and help them achieve their goals. Okay, when you say streamline their operations and achieve their goals, that seems a little broad. What exactly do you do for them that help them streamline their operations? What exactly do you do for them that help them achieve their goals? You need to find a way to fix at least one of that inside, and your help statement is good to go. Okay. I help B2C startup companies with operation support so they can streamline complex operational processes. Okay. They can streamline. And then when they streamline the complex operational processes, what do they gain from doing that? Okay. Does it make them more money? Does it help their client acquisition? Does it help them manage their customers or manage their workflow better? Does it help them manage their employees better? What benefits does it get from what benefit do they get by or hiring you to help them streamline their processes? What benefits do they get? So you need to find a way to include the benefits in it. You must always include the benefits. Okay. So we are going to move on. We're going to move on to crafting your package. I'm going to be very fast in this one. Okay, to crafting your packages and your services. Okay, so let me just talk briefly. I help beauty and fashion industries who are organizing their workflow and managing their with. Okay, so they can focus on what is most important and not lose track of. Okay, okay. Comply with regulatory compliance and set up their startup. Or okay, okay. So um let's get into crafting your VA service offerings. That is your packaging, your services. You help real estate organizations reach out to new leads and convert them to paying clients so that the organization can achieve their company goals. All right, that's lead generation. Okay. Right. So now that you have an idea of what services you're offering and to whom, and the benefits that it gives them, it offers them and all of that, let's look into how you can actually package these services and sell it to your clients. Okay. Now, when we talk about packaging your services like VA, we talk about pricing your service. You can either package your services and sell hourly services, or you create packages. Okay. For me, I do not advise people to write your services or time tracking. This one items to them. And you can charge hourly and time, and they pay you for the hours that you spent working on their projects and all of that. Okay. But other than that, having packages for your services allows potential clients to know exactly what you do. Okay. Allow your potential clients to know exactly what you do. And then it also allows you to charge confidently for your skills, and also allows clients to know exactly what they get for the fee you're charging. For example, if you offer general VA services, for example, and you're charging somebody, let's say 100 naira per hour or 200 naira per hour or $25 per hour and all of that, a client or a prospect that is looking to work with you can come, and they're not really sure of what they are going to get from working with you. They just know that, okay, I'm going to buy your time of, like, let's say 4 hours, but I'm not really sure what I'm going to get from you, if I'm going to actually get my problem solved and all of that. Now, as compared to having packages, let's say you have a package that is called inbox management starting and all of that, and then you now list how many emails you're going to clean out per month, you list how many emails you're going to help them to write and how many folders you're creating per month, you list, those things, those deliverables that they get, and then you now say, for this month, for this number of tasks in a month, I get to charge you 20,000. And now the client or the prospect automatically, by going through your package, has an idea of what they are getting for their services. Okay. Now, so if you join most foreign VA groups, there is always a lot of arguments between, should you charge hourly, should you charge per package and all of that. Okay. For me, I am a package kind of person. So I like you package your services so people know exactly what they are paying for. All right. And then your packages solves a particular problem for your clients. So how do you package your services? What are some practical tips that you need to know? So you need to know your audience. You need to know who exactly you're packaging those services for. Are you doing it? You need to understand your ideal clients and what they are, where they are in their journey, and how much they are willing to invest in your services. Okay, for example, in my Pinterest management services, I had the starter package, which was my lowest price package and it was meant for new bloggers, okay, or business owners who were just looking to explore Pinterest to see if it's going to work for them. So, and now it was risk free because they did not have to throw in so much money to get things started to see if it works for them. So that was the lowest package, that starter package. And then we also had a pro package. Now this was for bloggers with some experience that had some volume of content, and they already know what Pinterest was for, and they're ready to start getting results with Pinterest. Then we also had a light package. Now this was the highest price package for big businesses and companies and e-stores that want to leverage Pinterest to promote their business. Like, they already know the power of Pinterest, and so they did not have questions like, is it going to work, will it not work? They're already experts and already have good business out there, so they just wanted someone that know what to do to help them handle this aspect of their marketing. So you have to know where your client is at, okay, in their business journey. For example, if you're offering content creation services to business owners, small business owners, now, and you are asking a small business owner to pay you 150K or 200K a month for let's say 4 blog posts or 5 blog posts and all of that. Now, what if that person's business at that time cannot afford to pay? What if they cannot afford to pay that 200K a month for blog posts? That means you yourself, that is a VA, don't have an idea of where your client is at in their business journey. And so the service you're offering is either too high or too vague for them, and they're not able to afford it. And so they move away from you. Okay. So, but if you understand the different levels or journey where your ideal clients are, it will help you to create packages that will solve that specific problem. So maybe for a small business owner that is just starting their business and is just exploring things and all of that, you can offer to create maybe 4 blog posts for them for, let's say, 50K a month, or 20K or 30K. Now, this price might look cheap, but it brings them in to come and try and see, oh, this thing, oh, so this is how it is, it works. Before you know it, they want to pay more for more content. Okay. But if you're not able to take them through that process and that level, and you just dump your big price and they will run from you. They will not hire you, and they will go for somebody that is more affordable, who they feel understands them and will allow them to grow alongside them. Okay, because most clients I've met have always wanted to grow alongside their VAs. There are lots of clients that are looking for new VAs. Okay, there are lots of business owners and coaches that are looking for new VAs, and they want to grow alongside their VAs. Okay, so for example, I made a mistake when I started my VA business. I was in a group that was filled with white people, and white people charge $40 an hour, $30 an hour, $100 an hour. And then for Pinterest services, they were charging $500 an hour, $600 an hour, and $600 per month, $1,000 per month for Pinterest service and all of that. So me, I felt, okay, I'm also a Pinterest manager, I know my stuff and all of that. I went to go and put my services at that rate. I was just starting out. Okay, so I went to go and my services at $500, and the clients I was reaching out to were people who were either at the beginning phases of their business or did not really know what Pinterest was or what Pinterest could do for their business. So when a particular client reached out to me about my services and said she's looking to start promoting on Pinterest and all of that, and I gave her my price of $500, $1,000 a month, she ran. Okay, normally I would have complained like most VAs and say, there are no clients, nobody's hiring anybody, nobody wants to hire new VAs or work with new VAs. But I did not do that. What I did was I went to go and sit down to assess myself and assess the people I was reaching out to and where they were in their journey as business owners. Now, that assessment and that knowledge allowed me to bring down my price drastically. Okay, so I was targeting new business owners and new bloggers. And I was a new VA. Why do I need to go and charge somebody $500 for something that I don't even have that much experience in? Okay, so I brought down my fee to $50 and $100 for my highest price service and $50 for my least price service. Now, how much was $50 in Naira at that time? 2018 was around, I don't know, was it even up to 20K or thereabout, was what I charged for 1 month work, 1 full month of work where I have to buy fuel and data to do the work. Okay. Now, this client I worked with, I charged this $50, was just growing her business. And I worked with that client for over a year. As my business grew, her own business was growing, and her business got to the point where she was now able to afford to pay me $500 for my business. And when I increased my price to that range, she did not argue. She was able to comfortably pay because over time we've built trust. Over time, we have built that relationship. She has trusted me. She knew I was not desperate for money. She knew I was not out there to bite her and run and all of that. We have built trust. We've worked together over time. And so I was able to ease in with her and we work together. So most clients are looking for people to build long-term relationship, not just one-off something. So you need to understand where your audience or your ideal clients are in their business so that you know how to target them. Okay, now if your business is already established, fine and good, you can do your high price and you not have issues because you've already built trust, you've already built a name, and you've already built your know, like, and trust factor and all of that. But if you're just starting out as a business owner, as a VA, you need to start with a package rate and price point where um prospects will feel more comfortable coming in to work with you and growing along with you. All right, so that is that for that. So know your audience. Okay, then when creating your package, include detailed inclusion, like what does a package include, what do the clients get from that package, what are they going to get. Mention those things specifically. If they are going to get 5 posts, if you're offering social media management and the client is going to get 5 posts for every day for 1 month, you list it. If they are going to get have you to create content for them, you list it. If they are going to do account setup, you list it. Now, you also list what is not included in the package. Okay, you also list what is not included so that people will know, okay, this thing I'm paying for does not get me this one, so that they will not expect you to be their all and everything for the money that they are paying you. Okay, for example, the client that paid me $50 for 1 month was not expecting me to create content for her, was not expecting me to audit her account or create her account. Her account was already created and I just needed to manage it. Okay, so if you're a social media manager and it is not your responsibility to create graphics for your client's content, you state it in your package that this fee does not include creating your graphics. So you supply your graphics for my work that I'm going to do for you. So state clearly in clear, simple language what your package includes. Okay. When you've decided what type of package to create, state clearly what your package includes so that clients will have a clear knowledge and understanding of what they are expecting and what also not to expect. So this builds transparency and credibility to avoid stories in the future like, oh, I paid you so amount of money and this, you said you're going to do this, that, and that, and you did not do anything. Now, if you are not clear in your package, there's every tendency that this is going to arise and it is going to cause problems for you, because it will be your word against your client's word. And most people always go with their clients. So be very clear in what you're offering in your package to your clients to avoid any, stories in the future. All right. Then package by type of service that you offer. Okay, so if you offer, let's say, a wide range of service like social media management, graphic design, community management, package them by expertise. Okay, package them by expertise and create separate packages for each of them. So don't create one package and call it starter package and put social media management service, graphic design, community management, this one, that one, and list everything in that package. No, let starter one or let package one be social media management. For example, if you're offering several services, so you create package for social media management service. Your social media management service can have three packages. It can have the beginner, it can have the pro, it can have the elite under your social media management services. Now, your community management service can have three different packages too, okay, or two different packages, beginner, pro, and elite, depending on what you are including, okay. And make sure that each package, each package, like, it goes in tiers. So the beginner is more like the basic of that they get in working with you, and then the pro should have more features and more benefit than the beginner, and like that. Like when you go to most companies website to buy, and they give you three different price points or price package, and each one has something that the other does not have. Do that with your services, okay. So don't box all your services into one package. Package them separately. So let your admin services have different package of its own. Let your social media management service have a different package of its own. Let your graphic design service or web design service have a different package of its own. Now, this organization will help your prospect understand what you can do for them for each service, and it makes it easier for you to sell your services to someone who is not looking to buy everything. Okay. So for example, somebody comes to you, here, I need this one and this one. You tell them I can do everything. And then, okay, now what may save you is you send them your package listing or your service guideline. And when they see, okay, they see they can do everything, but they see your package for social media, they hire you for social media because they've seen your clear package for social media, and they know that they are just paying for social media and not paying for everything and wasting money. Okay, so it allows you to sell your services to someone who doesn't need all the services that you offer. All right, so package by expertise. All right, then always think of ways to sell and upgrade so that you can continue working for your clients. Okay, so you can continue working for your clients. Always think of ways to upgrade or upsell your services. For example, last 3 months we signed. The video is going to be available for replay. Okay, so you can always come back to watch it later. All right. So, for example, last 3 months we had a client that we've been working with and all of that, and we discovered that she wanted to pull out. Maybe her business was at a low point, or she was no longer able, or she felt she had reached a point where she didn't want to work with us anymore. So we extended our package to her. We said, okay, fine. Before now, you were paying, let's say, $300 to have 10 blog posts or 20 blog posts. For example, this is just an example, not the actual fee, to have this thing posted for you. Now we are going to do this for the same amount that you have been paying. We are adding 10 more content for you. And by the time this person saw this offer, we were upselling her our services. So by the time this person saw this offer, it felt too good to miss. And she paid and subscribed for 3 more months at the go. Okay. Now the mistake I see a lot of Nigerian VAs make is that we are, because of the situation in the country, right? We are so desperate for money that we allow people to go away. Like we allow clients who have the money to pay us to go away just because we are insisting on, you have to pay me this, you have to pay me that. Okay. For example, all right, we're trying to bring on a team of writers in our business. I said earlier that we are building a digital marketing agency with my husband. So we are hiring different VAs who do different things, all right? So we're trying to bring on a team of writers to come and join our team so that we can be outsourcing our clients' work to them. Now we brought in some people and we tested them with different articles, okay? And we gave them a test price. Our plan was to work with them at this entry level for a specific fee, for example, 50K for a specific fee. Now, to use the opportunity to train them to be able to speak and write in the language that our clients like, so that we can be outsourcing these articles to them and pay them handsomely for it. All right, but we wanted to start with 50K so that we can use the opportunity to train them and all of that. Now, this particular VA insisted that she must charge, was it $5 per word or 10 naira per word or 5 naira per word, and insisted that she cannot go below that. And even we told her, okay, can you do two? It's not like we wanted to enforce her to do that. Just wanted to see if she'll be flexible, because being a VA means you have to be flexible. There are some times that your clients may not be able to afford your services even after working with you for so long. And if you want to continue working with them and you want to continue building your business long term, you have to bend some of your prices or some of your rules to accommodate them. And I tell you, if you meet honest people, they always appreciate it and they will always keep you long term. So what this person did was insisted that she cannot do that, and so we just paid her to go, and we paid her off for what she did, and she left without even saying anything. And the next minute, I saw it on post somewhere, and the person was going to look for that and commenting, I'm interested in another jobs and all of that. And I was like, look, you just left something that you had at hand. Okay. A client of ours some months ago came and told us that her business was going down. She can no longer afford our services. And this was honest. This is someone that just recovered from several surgeries and all of that. And she honestly could no longer continue working with us. And what did we do? Instead of losing that client and losing the relationship we've built to this person for long, we had to tell her, okay, what can you afford to pay for the service that we are providing for you? And she said she can only afford to pay, let's say, $100. Okay. And we sat down within ourselves and we decided, okay, we will do the work for you. You pay us what you can afford to pay until your business gets itself back. Like until you can get yourself back and get your income back, and then you can now start paying us our fee. And she was so happy. She was so like she was excited and happy and felt so grateful. Like she could never have seen any other VA that would have done that for her. And 3 months down the line, she kept paying what she could afford to pay, which was way below our actual fee. But we did not run. We did not tell her, "Yeah, bye bye, carry and go," and all of that. We accepted it. And after a while, her business began to pick up because we really mounted and pushed the work for her. After a while, her business began to pick up, and she came and paid us like for so like she signed a contract, 6 months, 1 year contract with us, and that is now. So even if even if we don't have other clients, we are sure that this one person is going to be with us for the next only God knows how many months, because of that one thing, that flexibility and that compassion and that one thing that we did for her. Okay, so don't be so rigid with your package or your service or your offering that you lose relationship, you lose clients, you lose people that would have built a long-term relationship with you. Okay, I know a VA that has worked with two clients for the past 5 years, just two clients. She grew with these two clients and she has worked with them for the past 5 years. These clients have gone through different ups and downs in their business and she did not leave them. She stayed with them until their business and their followership on Instagram is growing so much that YouTube is paying the clients, Instagram is paying the clients, Facebook is paying the clients, and that means more money for her. But if she had ran away just because this person could not afford to pay her, or she had run away just because this person has said, oh, please reduce your price, this is only what I can only afford to pay, she wouldn't have been in business till now. She would have been looking for clients every day and be commenting, I'm interested in almost every job up out there. So don't be so rigid with your business. Be flexible. Compassion and empathy works. Yes, empathy works in business too. So be flexible and be compassionate. Don't be so rigid. If somebody say, can you give me 2 posts a day for 50,000? It might not be because they don't want to pay you your worth. It might be because maybe that is what they can afford to pay you at that time, and they have in their plan that they are going to work with you and keep increasing your fee as their business grows. Now, if you can sit with yourself and say, what is the benefit of losing this one that I have in my hand and going to look for new clients every day? What will I gain? You continue working with that person until that person you gain. All right. And even if you don't gain, you gain experience. And that experience can land you a better client or a better job somewhere else. Okay, so don't be so rigid with your pricing. All right. Don't be so rigid so that you can have continuous work. See, this is a secret for my business. So, like, I have never been, except I don't want a client, I have never been a month without a client, without work, without an income, because I bring my compassion, I bring empathy, I bring flexibility, I bring everything into the business. And I realize that I'm doing business with a human being who has needs and has challenges just like myself. Okay. So find ways to continue selling to your clients so that they don't leave you, because the moment they leave you, they are going to another VA. So if you are not smart and you are also not compassionate, you're very rigid and you allow them to leave you, they are going to work for another VA that may be smart enough to allow them to work with them for the next 1 year or 6 months, and you lose. All right. Now, the next thing is use very straightforward CTAs, that call to action, to get them to take action. So after they've read through your packages, don't leave them hanging by thinking, oh, what's next? What should I do next? And all of that. Like, some people sent us some their portfolios that they copied from other people, portfolios that ChatGPT created for them, and their ChatGPT created CVs. They sent us those things and we went through them, and there was no call to action. There was no form of contact. There was nothing else to do after going through their portfolio to see their services. So have a CTA in your package so that when somebody reads your package, they know the next line of action to take. Okay, and then include your pricing. Most people like to hide their prices and say, let the clients reach out to me. Then you now come and start asking the client question to know if the client is a big client, or the client has money, or the client has this one, before you now decide to tell them the price based on whether they have money, they have flourish or not. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that. Be transparent, be honest, be sincere. Put your pricing for the word go. Now, if your pricing is not fixed, you can put a starting price. Maybe you can say your admin services start from 50K a month. Now, once a client now says, okay, this is what I need, you can now adjust that price to suit their need, but they have an idea of your starting price. So putting your price out there gives your clients ideas and let them to decide immediately whether or not they can afford to work with you or go. So that it also saves you, so you avoid time wasters and not people who come and inquire about your services, raise your hopes. You send them portfolio, you send them CVs, you send them this one, you show up an interview, and then finally you now come and talk your price and they ghost you. But if you put your price from the beginning, they already know what to expect and they decide, okay, I can pay this or I cannot pay this, and they move. All right. So now for your next action, outline your services. So on a document, outline your top 2 or 3 services that you want to offer based on your niche. So you write them service 1, service 2, service 3. Okay, so this is going to be available here for replay. And I am also going to send this slide in the group so that you can go through these exercises in your own time and submit your responses in the group. Okay, so that we can give you feedback. I am going to be in the group, all right, so we can give you feedback. Okay, so you will see the example for the services right here: social media VA, admin VA. Then you now list the services that you do. So for social media VA, you can do social media content creation services only and decide not to do graphics. You can do account management only. So the client creates content for you and you post it and do engagement for them. Or you can do hashtag research only. Or you can do full management where you create the content and post it and do all of those things like that. So decide what services you want to offer within the service that you're offering. so that your services won't be too broad. All right. Then for the admin VA, you can do email management as service one. You can do calendar management and scheduling as service two. You can do document formatting or digital file organization as service three. So that when somebody tells you what services you offer, or let me see your packages, they're not just seeing one broad term admin VA. They are seeing the actual services that you're doing for your clients. Okay. So outline your services. Now, the next step is for each of those services, write down what you are doing for the client, what problem it solves for the client, and how it will help them free their time. So, for example, for the social media content creation service, the problem you're solving can be the client does not have time to create content consistently on social media, and so their social media account or presence is not growing, it's just there and nothing. And so the benefit they get is you help them stay active on social media, grow their audience, engage their followers while they are growing their business outside of that. So always think in terms of your client's pain points. Okay, so your services should offer a solution that makes their lives easier. Okay, so think of the problem that your services is going to solve for your clients and write it down. Now, turn your service into an easy to understand package. So, for your social media management service, you can have package one, basic, package two, premium, and then, and standard. So for example, your package one can be 5 social media posts a day, a week, plus 30 minutes of engagement. And then your standard package can be everything in the basic package plus 10 additional posts and all of that. And you can keep going up. Okay, so think of your package as tiers that meet different needs and budgets, and let them keep going higher in value and levels. All right. Write your service description. So once you've outlined what your packages includes, so you now write the description. What does it include? Who is it for? And how does it benefit the client? And how much is it? So you follow the structure I have put here in this example. Okay, social media management service for new business. So that is the basic package. Social media management service for new business owners. Now it includes content calendar, post graphics, blah 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 blah, and then the price is this. Then what does the client get from this particular package? Just be showing up consistently online. Okay, so once you have that done, I'm trying to run through this because I've seen that we've gone more than 1 hour 30 minutes here, and that was not my plan. Okay, so once you have that done, you can have, okay, the popular question I used to have is how many packages can you have or should you have? Okay, so you can have as many packages as you want, but the rule of thumb is usually 2 to 3, or at least one for each service. Okay, have at least one package for each service that they offer, and start with a base package with fewer basic services. Okay, with fewer basic services before you go up and up and up. Okay, so if you've been able to um participate in this particular action and exercise, you can drop your comments below, or we move forward and then we interact in the group once you've come back to this. Okay, so final takeaways for day one. All right, so whether you're offering admin services, or whether you are an admin VA or creative VA or marketing VA or tech VA, whether you're offering services as a tech VA and all of that, the key is to leverage your strengths and your passion or expertise and experience, and choose services that aligns with them. So you don't offer a service because everyone is doing it. You offer a service because it aligns with your strengths, with your experience and your passion, or who you want to be in the future. All right. Then another takeaway is by defining the problems you solve for your clients, and structuring your services into packages, you're making it easier for potential clients to see your value and invest in your services. So they don't question, and what do I really get from this your thing? Is it just hours? Is it just calendar? Is it just email? They know exactly what benefit they are looking for, some about task. Talk specifically your niche or the industry you want to target. Just saying I'm an admin VA. You have to have a problem that you're solving for your clients, and your client has to have a benefit or the benefits they get from working with you, apart from just saying, "Oh, I have a VA." All right. Then another takeaway is think like your clients. Don't think like the VA. You are the VA, you're doing the business, but you're not doing the business, you're doing the business for your clients. So think like them, and always frame your offerings and frame your package from your client's point of view and your client's perspective. So that means you're thinking about their problems, because they are constantly thinking about their problems and their challenges and how to make more money in their business, or make more time, or be more organized and all of that. So think from your client's perspective and focus on what they need and how you can help them, or how you can make their lives easier, or make their businesses more efficient, or make their businesses make more money or land more clients. So think like your clients. If your client is looking for ways to make more money in their business, think about how you can align your service, or how you can offer them services that will help them make more money in their business, because once they do that, you yourself will make money. Okay, like some months ago, when me and my husband paired up to become a team, we were approached by a client who has 5 blocks in 5 different industries and niches. All right. And none of these blocks was making her money. And she had been writing these blocks for years. So we told her, okay, we came up with a strategy, and we told her this is what we're going to do to help you start making money within 3 months or within 4 months in this, from this your blocks, the 5 of them. And she was like, okay, let's give it a shot. And we went in. 3 months of work, she started making money from her blog. And she came with a very mighty review and said, "You are the best VS I have worked with." Oh my God, I'm going to screenshot that message and send to you guys on the group. You are the best VS I have worked with, because she started seeing her money. So that was a major problem for her. And we were able to help her solve it with our strategy. So think like your clients. Think of ways you can actively help your clients, because when you help your clients get result in their business, it means more money for you. Even if it does not result in more money for you, it will result in more recommendations, because that one client will go out and sing your praises, because you don't even know their network outside of social media. You don't even know who they are connected to, who they know, and who they are talking to them, like who they are talking to. So they could just mention your business to somebody, like, we received an email from somebody, and the email read, "You come highly recommended. We did not reach out to this person, we did not pitch this person, we don't even know this person on social media, but the person just sent us an email and said, you come highly recommended, that one of your clients highly recommended you for so and so services, and we are in need of somebody who can do these services and help us get this kind of results. Please, let's come on board." And those people did not do any interview with us. They did not do discovery call. They did not even argue our price. We just give them our price list. And before you knew it, they went to our website and paid and started working with us very easily. So if you're able to get results for one client, even if that client paid you only 20,000 naira, okay, and you were able to get results for them, now that client can go and recommend you to another person that come and pay you your actual worth and pay you bigger than what they themselves paid you, just because you were diligent enough to get them results. All right. So no matter what your client pays you, we have this thing where if someone pays us small money for a task or something, we don't treat them with regard. We don't value them. We are always looking at the ones that pay us big, big money. Okay, please don't do that to your VA business. Don't do that to your VA business. Regard your clients as the same. Value them. No matter how much they pay you, do their work for them. do the 20,000 naira person work the same way you would do the 200,000 naira person work and get them results, because you don't know who that 20,000 naira person is talking to, and that may either make or mar your business. Okay, so think like your client. All right, think like your client. And then do not package service that you do not have experience in. Some of us are very funny. Just because we hear that web designers are always paid very, high, and they are always in demand, you now want to go and list web design services in your package. And somebody comes and says, oh, you do web design, and hires you, and you go and do rubbish for them. You're not able to deliver. You have done yourself a very terrible thing. So do not package service or even list services that you do not have experience in or have not done before. That is why I say start with what you know, and then give yourself room to learn more. Okay, for example, I started with Pinterest management. While I was doing Pinterest management, I was upskilling. I was learning the rudiments of web design. I was learning how to deliver a design. I was learning how to use no code tech tools to build websites. I was learning SEO. Okay. And I learned those things for 6 months, 90 days, 6 months, 9 months, and all of that. And I started offering it as a service. Okay, so while I was doing that, I was already getting small things in my Pinterest management service. So don't go and list services that you don't have experience in and cannot do a good job. Okay, because you don't want to use your clients' work to learn or practice. Like, we tried to bring on a social media manager, and this person stated that they can do graphics, and so he was going to do graphics with alongside creating content and managing it. And we were a web design team. We are design people and all of that, so we do a lot of design for our clients. And this person did not know jack about design. Maybe in the VA school that he went to, they just showed them a little thing about Canva, and that was it. And this person said he can do graphic design and went to go and do rubbish to post on our Instagram account. And we had to tell the person to bring it down ASAP, because we cannot do sweet, beautiful designs on website and Pinterest for our clients, and our own social media is not giving. Okay, so we had to tell the person to take it down. We had to discontinue working with this person because the person was not honest. So be honest. If you cannot do something, don't say you can do it. You can even say you're learning it. It's even better you're honest and transparent with your client and say, I am learning this thing, oh. So, but in the meantime, this is what I can do. All right. Now, when communicating your clients, clarity is key. So be as clear as possible. Use direct, simple, day-to-day language. Don't go speaking jargons with your clients. Don't go speaking AI language. All that dive into, delve, explore this one, that. Don't go speaking AI language with your clients. Okay. So, and avoid overwhelming your clients with too much information. So you start with your basic core services that you can do very well and grow from there. Now, if you don't have any experience at all, offer the service to your own business. Don't be so desperate to get a job that you don't even allow yourself to learn how to do this and get experience with it. Like, I see most social media managers don't even have an active social media presence, but they are always writing, I'm interested in every social media job post out there. Go and manage your own account and get results. That thing you want to implement in your client's business, implement it in your own business first. If you say you offer admin service, you help people organize their business, you help people do this one, start by organizing your own business. Okay, so that you don't have to use your client's business to do practice, and you don't give your clients too many stuff that you don't even have an idea with. So you start with the basic that you know how to do and grow from there. Okay, so now this leads me to my last point. Confidence in your ability will attract clients who value you and value what you bring to the table. So in order to build that confidence, you need to be in a place where you're always constantly learning. Okay, so instead of listing, I'm a web designer, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a social media manager, I'm an admin VA, calendar manager, Airbnb expert, travel this one, you list all the services that they told you are in demand VA services on your portfolio, and yet you can only do calendar management well. You go and list all of those things, you will not have confidence in marketing yourself. And that is one of the challenges that most VAs have. You don't have confidence in marketing yourself because all those skills you've written down there, you cannot even do 60% of them very well to a satisfactory standard level. But you can only do calendar management. Start with calendar management and build from there and add other ones to it so that you build your confidence, because confidence starts in what you know. Okay, action builds confidence, results build confidence. All right, so start with what you know and grow from there. All right, so that brings us to the end of today's session. I have talked for 2 hours. Oh my God, Grace. Okay, so for your tax for day one, I'll need you to go over this video because I know that most of you had to leave because of, you know, time is late and you have to go to work and all of that. So I understand because I got personal message from some of you. Okay, so for your tax for day one, go over this video again. Okay, you can play it at 1.5 or 2.0 because that is how I watch YouTube videos. When I want to learn something and a YouTube video is like 1 hour or 2 hours long and all of that, I play it at, I increase the speed so that to be talking fast. And once it gets to the point where I want to grab something, I pause it, I write down, and I continue. So that a video that would normally take me 1 hour to watch, I would have watched it in 30 minutes or less. Okay, so go over this video again and do all the tasks and send it to the group. Okay, then refine your services, all that niche task, all that creating your package and all of that. I want to see them in the group, so take your time and do them in the group so that we can go over them before tomorrow's session. All right, now for the last task, if you enjoyed this session, if you learned anything in this session, if you got any value from this session, I would like you to please make a post about it on your social media platform, wherever you got to learn about this training, this workshop. Make a post about it or write a comment in this comment section or post in the group what you learned, what value you got, or and tag me. Okay, tag me in each of those platforms. I'm going to post my handles. Then if there is something you would like me to improve, okay, I would also like to know, so you can share it with me personally, or you share it in a group, or you share it as a comment on this video. I will be looking at it to use it to improve for subsequent sessions. I love feedbacks. Okay, I am a VA too, so I value feedbacks more than anything else. So if you think there's something I would have done or something I shouldn't have included or whatever, okay, that you think will help to improve our session, our subsequent sessions, please kindly let me know. All right, but if you got value, I would love to know about it. And that brings us to the end of session one and the end of day one. Okay, so thank you so much for joining us today. Those of you who joined, those of you who had to leave, those of you who slept off, those of you who had to leave to go and prepare for other stuff, and those of you who are still here. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Urena, Uzoku. Oh my God, please forgive me. I'm not murdering your name. Thank you, Urena. I think Urena is just fine. Thank you, Urena. Thank you so much, those of you who are still here. Thank you, Thelma. Thank you so much. You really enjoyed the class. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys and looking forward to see what you submit as your tasks in the group, and looking forward to tomorrow. Okay, so tomorrow's session is going to be getting clients. With all these stories that I talked today, I'm not going to talk it tomorrow. We are going to focus on getting clients, how to set up your portfolio, how to get set up a portfolio without an experience. So those of you that complain you don't have experience, you're just starting out, I'm going to show you exactly what to do to get work samples legitimately. I'm going to show you how to get clients, where to go looking for those clients, how to pitch them, and how to position yourself so that clients can start coming to you. because the first time you have to be the one to make the move. So you have to be the one to go to them before they start coming to you. So I'm going to walk you through all of that, and then the last day we do the other stuff. So tomorrow is the main day. So I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, because I have so much I've planned out to talk to you guys about. All right, cheers and good night. Have a very wonderful night's rest. See you tomorrow.